This is The Scoop for Wednesday.
I'm Juanita Hurtado-Huérfano with the WMNF News headlines. A small Pasco city is moving forward with a temporary pause on data center proposals. WMNF's Chris Young reports the unanimous decision came at a Zephyrhills City Council meeting earlier this week.
Data center development has boomed with the rise of artificial intelligence and faces criticism as they use massive amounts of water and electricity. According to Consumer Reports, a data center can use up to 5 million gallons of water per day. Florida is also experiencing a severe drought. Laura Strange was the only speaker during public comment.
We need water. We can't live without water. So the amount, depending the size of these data centers, it's going to be probably unbelievable.
According to Spectrum Bay News 9, Zephyrhills hasn't been approached for a data center, but other cities and local governments inspired the moratorium. Among them are the city of Lakeland, which is reviewing a similar proposal, and Nassau and Citrus County, which recently passed moratoriums. Pasco County is also set to address a possible moratorium this week. Chris Young, WMNF News.
In other news, Democratic State Senator Darryl Rusin announced yesterday that he won't be running for the House District 62 seat later this year. The Florida Phoenix reports Rusin will be stepping down after 18 years in office and taking a position at New College of Florida, where he was appointed presidential scholar and professor of trial litigation. Google is looking for federal approval to conduct a mosquito control project in Florida and California. WMNF's Luisa Campos reports the project's approval is still pending.
Google's debug team requested federal approval to release 32 million sterilized male mosquitoes in Florida and California. The project aims to decrease the amount of Aedes aegypti mosquitoes, which transmits multiple diseases like dengue, Zika, and yellow fever. The bug uses the sterile insect technique, which consists of releasing sterile male mosquitoes to mate with females whose eggs will then not hatch. USF geography professor Chris Mindel says the project has some benefits.
I think the good news is it's not like we're spraying chemical that kills not just the target species, but that it ends up killing lots of other things.
Mindel says this initiative is not new and is already happening in several counties in Florida. Pasco County's Mosquito Control District has been preparing to launch a similar trial project, but they might face setbacks next year if voters approve the property tax measure. The measure could cut 1/5 of Pasco County's mosquito control budget in the first year. For WMNF News, I'm Luisa Campos.
And due to the recent Ebola outbreak in African countries, the U.S. reinstated a 30-day travel order that was last used during the COVID-19 pandemic. WMNF's Megan Fair reports on the ethical concerns some experts are raising about Title 42.
As of May 18th, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has brought back Title 42 for a temporary reinstatement. It was later updated to include the right to deny re-entry of U.S. citizens if they are traveling from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, and South Sudan. A professor and chair for Health and Policy Systems Management at the USF College of Public Health, Catherine Drabiak, says that the CDC can suspend people from entering the U.S. when there is a heightened exposure risk to disease, especially in port cities.
And those functions are things that have been around actually for hundreds of years. So not that specific law, but those types of functions have been.
Up until its dismissal, the use of Title 42 during the COVID-19 pandemic led to many civil and ethical disputes. A case was filed to the Supreme Court in May of 2023, arguing the order was used as an immigration tool to restrict people's right to asylum in the U.S., but was dismissed after Title 42 was overturned later that year. Ahmed Yaksun, the owner of American Dream Law for Immigration, spoke on this.
We're using a lot of things to actually stop people from applying for asylum, which goes against our international obligations.
The order is currently temporary and should expire by the end of June. Yaksun says that if the order is not dismissed after those 30 days, he would not be surprised if it led to future court cases. From WMNF News, I'm Megan Fair.
Today, it will be partially cloudy with some thunderstorms and highs in the low 90s. Tonight, it will be cloudy and humid with lows in the low 70s. And tomorrow, it will be cloudy and rainy with highs in the low 90s. I'm Juanita Hurtado-Huérfano with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.